Hello viewer, and welcome to episode 13 of Sketchy Stories. Today I'll be going through my fan art of Uncle from the Jackie Chan Adventures series. So, spoiler warning to that, and let's get to it. So, as a smaller, younger kid, I had the great fortune of watching the Jackie Chan Adventures cartoon. It's not really about Jackie Chan, I think. It's just using his name for marketing purposes, which is a smart move in my opinion. Early episodes did have a short video interview with the actual Jackie Chan after the end of the episode, but aside from that, it just followed its own story and was still pretty entertaining to me. The series was structured mostly where the Jackie Chan gang had to collect some stuff, then fight some final boss in the end, and you can check out the show to see what I mean. Throughout the whole series, there was this overarching theme that I saw, at least in my opinion, that of the balance between discipline and freedom. Jackie would personify discipline and Jade freedom, where the strengths and weaknesses of each character, and by extension the themes of discipline and freedom, would play out in each episode. For example, it is shown through Jade that having too much freedom can get you into trouble, but using your freedom of thinking outside of the box can help save the day. On the flip side, having discipline will help you focus on helping yourself and the people around you, but too much of it can mentally restrict you, as shown through Jackie. Of course, this is purely my take on the series. Feel free to check the show yourself and make your own judgment. Now, here comes Uncle, who I would say is the mediator between discipline and freedom, though leaning more on the side of discipline. His role generally involves him saving the day with his chi magic, or supporting either Jackie or Jade where they save the day. Speaking of balance, Uncle's knowledge of chi magic and his martial arts skill is what makes him my favourite character in the series. Of course, given his maturity, he's not as athletic or acrobatic as, say, Jackie, but I would say his level of skill is definitely on par. And who doesn't like Uncle's catchphrases like magic must defeat magic, aye ya, you want a piece of Uncle, and one more thing, his actual name is never revealed in the series, at least to my knowledge. He's always referred to as Uncle. It's likely his family name is Chan, given it's Jackie Chan and Jade Chan, and I believe with most cultures, especially Asian cultures, referring to elders by their first name is generally considered rude, where I guess this is reflected in the show. And definitely check out the show, and I'm sure you can also catch his phrases along with the cool chi spells he comes up with. Well, my inspiration is done. Wait and chi what my inking process is. My unique flair was having Uncle holding a book while using his customary pufferfish, which was drawn as glowing with chi, to imply he was casting a spell. Of course, no amount of chi magic can fix the unnatural look of the arm drawn around the elbow, but it's still a learning experience for me. Next time I will almost literally get out of line to try and make it look more natural. As for the book, a Western audience may think the book title is on the wrong side, but in Chinese and probably other Asian cultures, books are typically read from right to left, top to bottom. Following convention, the characters on the book are ordered the same way. So, in my bad Cantonese, the characters from right to left, top to bottom, are Yu Mo Gui Gui Fai Di Zhao, which generally translates to evil spirits go away. What you can critique about the book though is that it looks a bit too small, proportionate to Uncle, and the hand holding it is also proportionally small compared to the rest of Uncle's body. But good things can come in small packages, let's say. Take that as you will. I'm happy with how Uncle's face and torso turned out. I feel it really captured his appearance, or at least close enough to his appearance depicted in the series. And I even detailed the ears this time as well. So still some line work issues that needs straightening out, particularly with the glasses, and that's something for me to reflect on. The main standout while drawing this fan art was trying to sketch Uncle's head. It's not shaped like how heads normally are, which makes it very distinct, and I feel it really helped me capture Uncle's appearance more accurately. Face and ear details were simple shaped enough for me, compared to other characters at least, and yeah, life was really easy to draw them in. As for the background, it's my depiction of Uncle's antique store. Compared to the show, I believe my line work is more straight than what was depicted in it. To my memory, the antique store had more dynamically curved or angled line work, but I kept on the relatively straight and narrow, as I don't think I could recreate that style in the show without it looking weird. I kept the background simple by just having a vase on the tabletop counter and a shelf with some items on it. I drew in flowers on the top of the vase to make it obvious it was meant to be a vase, and I drew in part of those Chinese serpent dragons to give it a more artistic Asian feel. I didn't draw in the dragon head only because it was easier to draw the body. For the shelf, I chose to draw in the wooden box to emphasize that Uncle was running an antique store, and the empty glass jar in the shelf was to hint at Uncle's alchemic / Chinese medicine sort of abilities that do coincide with his chi magic. For the final slogan, "Want piece of Uncle? We'll chi about that," is definitely copying one of his signature catchphrases while also telling the audience who he is. So, yay. Of course, the chi in the last bit of the phrase references his knowledge of chi magic, and luckily this time, during the period where I used question answers for my slogans, this one remains unchanged from the original. So yeah, I was lucky enough to get, in my opinion, a good slogan the first time. Overall, I feel Uncle turned out well, and specifically with how I drew in the pufferfish. Still some room for improvement, like my shaky line work, which I'm still trying to cheat my way out of. All I can say is that it's a flawed but decent bit of fan art. Okay, that's it for this episode. Hope you got a good bit of distraction or some entertainment out of it. Thanks for watching, and hope to sketch you in the next vid.